Okay, welcome back or welcome to Exo Protein Cookie Gaming. This is a multiple part series. As you can see, this is very creepy, a very creepy killer. She's one of the new ones. This is a multiple part series where I'm going to be uploading all killers and all survivors of the Dead by Daylight game. I'm going to be going through their customizations in the store, their lore or bio, and their perks, and a little bit of info about them. Yeah, so as you can see, she's super creepy. This is called the Krasue. She has unbodied flesh. Special ability is the... Holy crap. The Krasue can shift between body and head forms at will. I guess like that, obviously. Body form has a 32-meter terror radius. Head form has a 40-meter terror radius. It is slightly faster but cannot break pallets, and is not granted bloodlust. Special effect leech. Hitting a survivor with intestinal whip or a leeching gland adds to their leech meter when the meter is filled. The survivor is afflicted with leeched 1. Leeched 1, the leech meter fills automatically. Leech 2, the survivor is afflicted with broken. If healthy, they become injured. Special ability, intestinal whip. Oh my goodness. The head form, press the attach button to lash out with your internal organs. Survivors afflicted with leech can be damaged by intestinal whip. Intestinal whip partially fills a survivor's leech meter up to leech 1. Special ability, regurgitate, sorry. In body form, press and hold the power button to charge regurgitate. When charged, tap the attack button to spew a leeching gland. Leeching gland completely fills a survivor's leech meter up to leech 1. Special item, glowing fungus. Survivors can eat glowing fungus to decrease the leech meter over time. Being hit ends the effect. Special ability, headlong flight. In head form, press and hold the power button to speed through the air. So as you can see, she has a lot of abilities you could use. Her first perk is Ravenous. The scent of blood is in the air, time to feast. Whenever you hook a survivor for the first time, gain 1 token up to a maximum of 4. When you have 4 tokens, all survivors scream and are afflicted and exposed for 60 seconds. I wouldn't recommend this as a killer because there's other perks where you can have them scream without them being hooked. Easier to find them as well. Wandering Eye. Whenever you start chasing a survivor, reveal the auras of another injured survivor within 20 meters for 5 seconds. This perk has a 30-second cooldown. Not bad. Not bad if you want to see them on the map, if they're around you. And then Hex, Overture of Doom, spawns a Hex totem that curses the farthest generator and reveals its aura in yellow. When a survivor repairs the curse generator for 5 seconds, you gain undetectable, and your terror radius is applied to the generator for 30 seconds. When the curse generator is repaired, the next farthest generator is cursed. Not a bad one. Alright, this is going to be hard to read when she's doing all that. Alright. Alright, so Birong Sakapat's operatic rehearsals in Thailand were a sea of emotion, but despite tiring efforts, she was unable to become anything more than an understudy. What started as a desire to share her gift became an unshakable need for fame. Her childhood friend Genjira was her biggest supporter, but aside from a shoulder to cry on, there was little more than she could offer. It wasn't until Malai, a fellow singer who had quickly risen the ranks, reached out that Birong's fortunes changed. Malai presented Birong with a glass bottle, a clear liquid within, and advised her to drink it, her tone deadly serious. Each night another will inhabit your body, but you will be a success on the stage like me. So kind of like the Illuminati, I don't know. Birong laughed at the peculiar game. Even so, she wanted more than anything to believe it's true. She grabbed the bottle, swallowing every drop. In the following weeks, Birong's skin felt softer, and she found a depth in her voice that she never knew existed. During her next audition, the director took notice, enraptured by the sound that rang through the theater. As the song ended, Birong thanked the director before coughing blood into a handkerchief. She stuffed it into her pocket, choosing ignorance. Whatever was happening to her was working. She couldn't dare stop it now. That night, as she slept, a soothing warmth dripped down her body. She bolted upright, hand fumbling for a lamp that wasn't there. She lay in a yard she did not recognize, covered in blood. Next to her, a ravaged chicken coop, feathers and gore staining the ground. She stumbled home before the city awoke to a new day. Under a scalding shower, she spit up blood, dreading the thought that this hadn't been her first hunt. In between heaving sobs, she prodded her abdomen, searching for where something might hide within. She called Janjira, but couldn't bring herself to reveal the horrors, instead telling her friend she'd been restlessly sleepwalking each night and needed someone to coax her back to bed. Janjira agreed to help. That's not a good idea. That morning, Birong awoke to Janjira's hand lovingly placed on her cheek. As she looked up, she choked on her cries. Janjira's severed hand fell from the bed, landing on her disemboweled carcass. For hours, she sat beside her friend's remains in a state of silent shock. Janjira was dead, and for what? When she couldn't stand the smell of blood any longer, she grabbed cleaning supplies. As the sun set, a deep stain remained on the carpet. She walked through the streets until she reached Malai's home. Malai opened the door and, upon seeing Birong's eyes, immediately defended herself. She claimed she committed no wrong. She had been cursed, and the only way to get rid of it was to pass it to someone else. She believed that Birong, in her desire for fame, could withstand the torment and achieve what she'd always wanted. Anger stirred within Birong. She fell to the floor as furious heat spilled over her. Malai stared in horror while Birong dug nails into her own skin, ripping the burning agony. As she tore chunks of flesh from her neck, her entrails wriggled inside. Her head tore free from her body, a long string of organs dragging behind like fish slapping against the shore. A seething hunger took over as Birong's disembodied head lifted to the air. It swooped at Malai, ravenous, mauling the woman until nothing remained but blood, hair, and bone. Birong awoke to the mess, unable to find the sympathy to shed a tear. She returned home, allowing her thoughts to swirl until the room filled with light. The phone rang. The director's voice cut through the haze that had settled in her mind. She offered her the leading role. Birong fell to her bed and cried, not from sadness, but relief and elation. During the evenings on the Bangkok stage, her star shined bright. At night, she fed the creature within, and together they thrived in a world of hunger and song. But the creature always wanted more, and one night it was presented just that, a promise of meat hung on hooks, dripping in tantalizing blood, and then there was fog. Yeah, she's creepy as hell. All right, so let's go to the store. That's her default. We got the Night Queen, Weekend Massacre, Weekend Slaughter. These kind of look like her default, just different colors. Dazzling Audition. Glamorous Audition. That is literally like so creepy. I can't. Radiant Audition. Striking Audition. And then her default. All right, that's it. Please like and subscribe my videos if you like the content. I go live multiple times a week on Twitch. My Twitch name is XO Protein Cookie. Again, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.